Hello and welcome. I'm really glad you could join me today for the Power Pilates class. So it's all classic Pilates moves, but I'm making them more powerful by doing a band or a set of weights with them as well. So I'm going to go for a 3 and a 4 kilogram set of weights, and I've got my band, which is a fairly hard resistance band as well. So if you've got that there, just grab them and bring them on down. You'll need a bottle of water, enough room to move about in. I'm going to grab my mat afterwards when we get on the floor. I'm not using music today just because I want to get a lot of my ideas across to you so that you can hear me, but also if you want to put your own music on in the background, then feel free to do that. We're going to be working in 45-15, 45 on, 15 off circuits, and we're going to be working in 8-minute circuits. Okay, so if you've got all that, you've got a little bit of space, you've got ready to go, we shall go in 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, just give me that little step touch. So I'm pulling it out and back. Good, get me that squeeze. Lovely, good. And I'm going to do that reach up, little reach up with it. Still doing that nice soft walk through, but again, I'm getting my rib cage down and in, and my belly button pulled into my spine. Okay, lovely, good. I'm going to come up and up on my toes. Just feel it in the calves, taking that heel off the floor, but also feel that you've got your abs pulled in the whole time. Okay, bringing that in. So just nice and slowly roll that in. Feel that stretch between the shoulder blades as well. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely, good. I'm just going to come and just going to go lift that knee and bring the arms across. The other leg nice and bent. My zip and hollow on. Okay, and give me that squeeze. Little lat pull down underneath your shoulder blade on that side where the knee is coming up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely, good. Let's try the other side and pushing that down and coming up. Good. Give me that squeeze each time. Really feel that you're pushing that hand through the air. It's a strong move, not just a drop down with gravity. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely, good. And out and back. So again, I'm staying upright. Lovely. I'm just pushing my hips back, getting that little stretch out in my hamstrings on my inside thigh. Then it's going the other way. And keeping upright, pushing those hips back. Okay, the reverse of that, or the other half, should I say, coming up with that rib cage. Feel that that zip and hollow is on, legs are strong. Lovely, good. And then round the other way. So again, now my stability is in the bottom half, top half, doing that circle above my head. Lovely, good. Then down, and then coming back up, pushing your hips back. Lovely, good. Down, back up. That's it. Feel that little stretch out each time. Pushing those hips. Now you can do me a little reach as well. And if your lower back is okay, you can do a little reach and turn. A little reach and turn each time. Good work. Getting that little stretch out. Getting that turn. 4 and 3, 2. I'm going to do one more here. And 1. Lovely, good. I'm going to go forward and back. So again, I'm just going in that V step, just getting that little drop through the front. Lovely, good. I'm going to do 2 more with this leg, and then all I'm just going to change my legs and over. So just the other leg leads. Get that work through the front of the thigh. Feel that pressure. Keep the abs pulled in. 4, 3, 2. Good job. Well done. And here we go. Just that foot planted into the floor. I'm leaning forward, I'm softening that front leg, I've got my abs pulled in, it's just that looseness in the shoulder, just rolling it back. I'm coming up onto that front leg and getting that hip flexor to do that leg lift. Go, 4, 3, 2, 1. Onto the other side. Again, just getting that roll, planting that foot in, softening that front leg, so just keep on travelling forward on it, and then come up on it, and 8. Yeah, go another 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to dip my hips back from here and lean it forward and then coming back up. I've got straight legs, so really keep your zip and hollow on the whole time, tipping it down and coming up. And I'm going to do one more of those. Down and coming up. Good work, well done. Just give it a little shake out. On my first one, if you want to sit down to do this or hold on to something, put that band. It's going to go around your thighs. So I'm just going to put my feet into that band there, up to my thighs, and I'm going to do a squat with a knee lift. So again, squat, knee lift. So again, the other glute has to work, my zip and hollow has to be on, I'm getting my squat and coming up on my squat, alternate legs. Okay, are we ready to go? Got that band on, we're ready to go in 5, 3, 2, 1. Drop and lift. Then just alternate legs each time. Lovely, good. I'm going to keep this band on the whole time. And up. Drop and lift. Just give me that lift each time, straight up. Good. Drop and squeeze. Make sure that band, especially if you've got one of the lighter bands on, it's not going to roll up your thighs. That's it. That's where these sort of heavier ones, they don't tend to roll about. Good. Drop and lift up. Good. I'm coming down into single figures now. Keeping that core pulled in the whole time. My weight's back on my heels. 3, 2, 1. Lovely, good. We then are going to move back and I'm going to come into a plank and I'm going to do a shoulder T and a shoulder T. You can leave that band on there, that'll be fine. 3, 2, 1. You can bend your knees to get out. So I'm going all the way out. I'm going into my plank. I'm doing my shoulder T. Just hold it there for that second and then over. So on that shoulder T, remember each time your hips are going to be down. Do not let your hips move up over your shoulder height. Lovely, good. And then just hold it. If you really need to be down on your knees, get yourself a mat and come down on your knees and do a half one. So I'm here and I'll just do a turn like that through my incline bridge. Lovely, good. But if you can, keep it to a full one. Really keep that zip and hollow on and coming round and coming up each time. Lovely, good. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Going to walk that back up and I'm back to my squat with a lift. So again, nice straight back, feet just hip width apart. Get me that squat and then that knee drive up. Lovely, good. Here we go. And up. So again, I'm really feeling it on the other glute as well as I get that push up and down. So again, nice straight back, going low, don't rush it. Always back on your heels the whole time so you know your knees are not going to travel forward when you get into that squat. Keeping that zip and hollow on the whole time. And give me that push. Push with the knee and up. Lovely, 15 seconds left. Then we do our second of our shoulder T's. Lovely, good. Drop and lift. And get that lift up. Lovely, good. And lift. Well done. I'm coming back to give myself time and room to do that into that plank, and then it's the shoulder T's. Abs always pulled in. Your back is up towards the floor and then you get that turn through. 3, 2, 1. Here I come out into my plank. I get my turn, so I just turn through my feet and then again on the other side. Up. Lovely, good. So getting that turn. Do not let the hips lead that. It's down into your plank and then get the turn. Feel that weight going all the way through that shoulder, but also the underside is working for you. My zip and hollow is definitely on all the time. I don't have to do it fast, just have to do it strong. Coming up, give me that lift. Lovely, good. Down and back up. Lovely, good. Give me that lift. And good work, well done. Coming back up again. Bend those knees to get back up onto my squat and my lift. Good, lovely, and drop and push up, down. Really feel strong for the whole thing. Really get that leg lift. And again, just hold it at the top before it goes again. Make sure that the bands don't travel too far up because I do want that sort of length, which gives me just a little bit more work. Don't have it too far up your thighs. Near your knees, but not on your knees. Lovely, good. Get me that lift. So if it moves up, you can just push it back down again and squeeze. Zip and hollow the whole time. back on your heels and really squeeze the back of that leg and that glute, because I'm starting to lift the leg as I come out of that squat. My back is flat the whole time. My elbows are coming down towards my thighs without me rolling over my lower back. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Third of my shoulder tees. 3 out of 4, just one of each. You're doing really good. Okay, zip and hollow on, getting ready to go. Feet just slightly wider than hip width apart. I come out, I go down, I'm into my plank, and I get my lift. Lovely, good. So here we go, third of my shoulder tees out of 4. And again, I've perfected that move. Lovely, good. So I'm long, unless you're going with that incline, you won't be able to turn as much because you'll have on your knees there. But really work it through. Just going nice and slowly, but get that extension right at the top. Feel that work through your shoulders, through your core. Core is helping me to get round each time. Lovely, good. And up. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Walking it back. My fourth and last set of the thighs with that hip working to get that hip flexor up. Keeping those hips absolutely level each time. Okay, zip and hollow on, drop and up. If you want to put your hands across the front, lovely, good. Shoulder blades pull back down and in the whole time. So do work that top half as well. Good work. And up. Give me that squeeze. Lovely, good. Pushing through that one glute, that hamstring. And then getting that knee lift. Drop and knee lift. Notice how it gets harder if you do push that band down. So you get that longer lever you have to lift up each time from your hip to your knee rather than that band coming up by your hips. Lovely, good. Work it right to the end. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And good work, well done. And then we're in to those shoulder tees again. Last one of this set. Good work. Core pulled in. I'm ready to go. My shoulders are back and down. Lovely, good. Walking it out into that shoulder tee and up. And again, give me that lift. And up. Lovely, just really concentrating on that breathing, keeping that core pulled in. And just turn each time. Here's your last of your shoulder tees before we pull your mat out, and then we're getting on the floor. Okay, lovely, good. And up. Just getting that turn, not lifting the hips into that nice plank position, and then up at the other side. Lovely, good. Good job, well done. And well done. Into that mat. I'm going to take the band off of my legs. So carefully do that. Then we're onto our mat. We're in a kneeling position for 2 of these. And one's going to be triceps. The other one's going to be upper back and my glutes. So on this one, I'm going to use a tricep kickback. So it's the one where I've got my hands through. There. So I've got that tension on the bands, whether using the small rubbery bands or one of these, and it's the tricep kickback, but also using the outside of your shoulders. And I've got one weight, which is what I'm going to start from. My knees are wider than my hips. I drop down, I push up, but all the time, so again, I've got my glutes and my abs working for me. That weight is over my head. And I'm going to start on the weighted one first. So are we ready to go? 5. Okay, arms up the whole time. Lovely, good. I get that drop. I get that push up. Good. So again, my arms are above my head, but my zip and hollow is on. I'm just holding that weight all the time. Don't let it come forward, but also don't let it fall back. And push through those glutes. Lovely, good. Arms are going to work really hard on this section here, but they're going to be aided by my abs. Rib cage down and in. I'm getting that lift. I'm pushing up through your glutes. Really get that squeeze. Rib cage low, shoulders low. Good. 3, 2, 1, and good work, well done. I've got that band. I'm coming back into more of a knee position. If you don't want to sit right back down on your knees, that's fine, you can be here. My thumbs are on my lower back, which gives me the measurement of how far I need to come up, off my lower back, and then back down again. In extension, push against those bands with the back of the hands, so your shoulders are still working for you. My core is pulled in, so again I know my back is nice and straight. You can sit back if you're okay with opening your knees up. You can sit right back here if you feel more comfortable. It's about those thumbs hitting your lower back there, just above your glutes, just where your glutes end, and get me that lift on the triceps. Lovely, good. My shoulders still feeling it, and up. Giving that lock off at the elbow. As always, that's where the work is, on that tricep. Lovely, good. We're ready for our second set. Knees are out further, so again I'm drawing like a little bit of a half diamond with my feet. My feet are together at the back, my abs are pulled in, so again that drop, and my arms are over my head. So again, if you're feeling this, it's really in the upper back as well. Get me that squeeze, get me that lift. Lovely, good. If you feel you've got too heavy a weight, just come down on the weights a little bit if you can. If you haven't got that option, you can hold it onto your chest and you'll still get that glute work, and then you're pulling your shoulders back and down. But if you can, keep that long weight above your head, push and squeeze. Good, pushing your hips back, then pushing them forward. Really feel you get that glute squeeze on both sides, and up. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Back to your triceps. Second out of 4. Lovely, good. So again, you can be here, you can be sitting right back, up to you. I'm leaning forward. So leaning forward enables my shoulders and my elbows to be in line. And then we get that lift up each time. Lovely, good. Really straighten off those elbows. Well done. And lift. Lovely, good. So this one is really strong on my abs. Sorry, my abs are really strong anyway. This one is really strong on my shoulders and my triceps. Good. So your shoulders will ache after this. Good, but really try and work it right to the end on both of them. You're now halfway through. Lovely, good. And get me that kick out with those elbows really locking off. Good work, well done. Arms a little shake. And get ready with that weight. Knees just slightly wider. Lovely, good. I'm going to drop that down, drop it, and then lift it. So again, I can hold that up the whole time. Lovely, good. There. And squeeze. Good job. Well done. Up. Lovely. Get that squeeze. Feel that belly button pulled in towards your spine. Those arms up over your head with that weight. Don't see that weight at all. Just looking forward. Good work. And up. It's really getting now into those arms. This is your third one out of 4. You've only got to do this one more time before you finished this little mini circuit. Lovely, good. Up and squeeze. 2 and 1. Well done. Coming back in. That strength, but also that definition to the shoulders and to the triceps. Here we go. Get that kick back. I've still got that tension on the back of my hand, so I still keep my band really straight. That's it, lovely, good. There's tension on there the whole time. So the outsides of my shoulders do have to work. Then I'm leaning forward so I know that my elbow and my shoulder are the same height. Then get that kick back. Feel you've got that abs pulled in, so I know I'm not rolling over on my lower back. It's all under control. Lovely, good. Triceps really feeling this now. Get me that kick back. Kick back. Can we do these last 10 now? 10 seconds, that's it, work it right to the end. I know it's tiring now, but we're about to finish that 3 out of 4, so you've done really well. Good work. Now we're ready for our last set of each. So knees sort of slightly wider than your hips. Your toes can be back or turned up, whichever you feel works for you. I've got that weight in my hand. I'm going to drop my weight through and lift, and then I'm going to hold that weight over my head. Good, get me that squeeze. Drop and up. Lovely. Down into that diamond shape. Sitting back. Those thighs have to work on the way up. So do my glutes. My knees are out, but my toes are in. So I'm in that little diamond shape with my legs. My rib cage is down and in. My shoulders have not come up towards my ears as I get tired. Really get used to pulling those shoulder blades down. Lovely. We are in single figures. This is the last time you'll be doing this on this session. 4, 3, 2, 1, and well done. Are we ready for our last triceps? In with that band. Sitting back. So again, this time your knees are just underneath your hips. So you can be sitting back, toes tucked under or push back, whatever your ankles feel better with, and then get that kick back. You can be here, but try not to be all the way up because you have nowhere to go really with that. I want those elbows and that shoulder to stay in line with that tension on the band. Remember to work the outside of my shoulder each time. Get that kick back. Lovely, good. And that kick back. Well done. Kicking it back. Ten seconds to go now. Let's work it to the end. Remember about that lock on the elbow. As your arms get tired, they won't want to, but if you make them lock, you really work that tricep. Good work, well done. And now we're coming down, and it's just the band and our own body weight this time. So the band I'm going to again put round my thighs. I'm going to use it for my oyster. So it's going to go around my thighs. I'm going to come onto my side here, and my elbow is directly underneath my shoulder. My knees are to the front. This is where you can do your oyster, or if you want extra challenge, that knee stays on the floor, but I come up. Are we ready to go? Have you got that onto your thighs? Again, not around the knees, but you know, quite near your knees. Now my toe is down, my heel is up. So when I do my oyster, I know my hips stay to the front, and then you really have to squeeze that glute. And then again, if I want that extra challenge, I'm doing it in that half little bridge there. So I'm getting the work through the shoulder, through the underneath side, through the outside of my leg there. Lovely, good. And then toe down, heel up, which really focuses my hips to the front, using the outside of my thigh, using my glute to get that lift. The other part is stabilizing me the whole time. Here we go, coming down into single figures. Here we are, we're 9. Good, work it through to the end. Get me that squeeze, get me that lift. The hips are definitely to the front. Lovely, good. Now I'm going to come back on my hips. So my hips has turned back slightly. It's a core exercise. My legs are long. They're going to come in with that squeeze and then they go out. If you feel it's too much, you can keep it low by just dropping it to the floor there and come up. But if you can, get me the extension and squeeze it in. Lovely, good. So we've got a little bit of tension on those bands, on those outsides of the legs. I want to keep that band fairly resistance to each other, 2 legs there. Good, and get me that squeeze. And that arm coming down. Now really feel that squeeze over your oblique. My zip and hollow is on because my back is off the floor. Lovely, good. And I'm trying to keep up and out of that shoulder. Don't end up with that sort of hammock look where your shoulders come up near your ear. That's it, good. We're going to squeeze. Lovely, last few seconds. And well done. I'm on to the other side. I start with that oyster. My zip and hollow on. My knees to the front, that band near the ends of my knees. My hips definitely to the front. My shoulder and my ear out of the way of each other. And you can start with that oyster, so just get that working. You've got your toes together, your heels apart. And if you want to come up into a bridge and do it, Here it is. So again, I can feel that that other leg has done some work before. Good, so it feels just a little bit more tired. Up, and squeeze. And squeeze it, lovely, good. Up, 15 seconds left. Before we do that little sit up, or leg in, shall I say, that extension, and that squeeze through the obliques. Nice single figures, last few now, 3, 2, 1, and well done. I rock back onto my medial part of my glute there, or medial part of my hip. I'm not right on my hip bones, my hips have dropped back to here, and then either a little drop and a squeeze, or you can go out longer, really feel like your core is pulled in the whole time, and then get me that squeeze. And that squeeze, lovely. I'm coming down just for my little toe each time. I come up out of this arm, so again I'm not dropping back on that. Stay strong on that side. Zip and hollow on the whole time. Get me that squeeze over your obliques. Lovely, good. That tension on the band the whole time as well, if you've got that band option. Good work. Down and out. And squeeze that together. You are doing really good. We have got 8 seconds left. And well done. Lovely. Halfway through. We're on to the other side. So I've got my knees at the front. I'm up out of my shoulder there. I've got my toes together, my heels apart. Here's my oyster, getting that lift each time. Here's my bridge oyster. If you just want that little bit of extra challenge, again, my hips definitely to the front on this one. My shoulder nice and strong with my elbow and my shoulder in line. My zip and hollow on, lovely, good. 20 seconds left. Lovely, last time you'll be doing this one on this side. So really work for it. Make that exercise work for you as well. Get me that lift. Last few seconds, we're in single figures now. I know those glutes, that outside of thigh on both of them now feel tired. 3, 2, 1, good work. I'm back. Again, try not to hammock on there. Really come up and out. Again, short or long, depending. Zip and hollow definitely on because my back is off the floor. And I get that little squeeze down. Lovely, good. Just onto that outside of the toe there. And squeeze it. Good work. That little squeeze each time. Just coming down, touching onto that toe, and really feel that you've got that arm under control as well as the legs. That zip and hollow is really helping me. Lovely, staying up and out and strong from that shoulder. Good work. Last few seconds, 7. And good work, well done. And then that's my last side on this little circuit. One more to do, and then we'll have gone through. Really working hard. Feel pleased with yourself, you should do. I'm getting that lift on that oyster, and I go again, just driving against that band, and my hips are definitely to the front. Then if I want to, up in that bridge, elbow and shoulder in line, core pulled in, my hips definitely to the front, my glutes really feeling this now. Good work. And squeeze. Up, outside the thigh, get me that lift, up, give me that squeeze, make it each one a good one now. It's your last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh, both glutes. We need probably a little bit of a stretch out after this one. Okay, back off that shoulder there, so I get to tip my hips. So again now, just slightly on that glute as well. And I squeeze in and come out. Lovely, good. And I really get that squeeze as that arm comes down, that hand touches my little toe, and then I pull in with those knees. That's it, good. And we're coming around with my heels, that's important, towards the back there as well. Again, if you want to do it lower, you can. You'll still really get that squeeze over your obliques, which is where we're working here with that zip and hollow on. If you want to keep it low, you'll still be working hard. Squeeze and out. This just gives me a little bit more stability. Work when I get out with those long legs. Remember I always say, longer lever, harder work. Good work. Give me that squeeze. And that squeeze. And good work. Well done. I'm staying on the floor for my last little mini circuit here. Taking off that band. This time I'm going to be working with weights. And I'm going to be working with my slightly heavier weights here. Just got the one behind my knee. I'm lying down. I'm going to start on my inside thigh with my stability helping me. So here it is there. Both knees up together. Leg fall out. Glute out. Inner thigh on the way in. Okay, so get me that weight for me, please. Feel that your shoulders stay on the floor, your arms stay out wide, my rib cage is down low, my belly button's pulled in, my zip and hollow. When I get the beeps, I'm just tipping it to the side, and it's that lower leg, reaches out, squeezes in. Lovely, good. Each nice slow movement. Now my zip and hollow is on, because this other leg at the top here should not move around. Both of my shoulders are on the floor. So you are twisted through your waist. You have to really think about your zip and hollow being on, knowing that your lower back is nice and safe here. Gonna get that squeeze all the way up to the top. Lovely, good. Give me that squeeze up. Think about that inner thigh. Remember, try not to turn your foot or anything at the end. Make sure it's that bent leg, but it all comes in as one unit. And good work, well done. I come into the middle, I change over that weight. I'm going to get that hip flexor just a little stretch out. It will get a stretch out on the next exercise. I'm just going with the other leg. Okay, tipping out to the side, out and in. And then again, that top leg staying really nice and steady. So think about your abs hip to hip here. Your trans abs really pulling in, that zip and hollow on, that belly button pulled in towards your spine. Good work. Lovely. This is really helping to keep your back nice and straight and secure the whole way through. The more we work those trans abs, the more that we'll get that strength through that lower back. And then it enables us to do all those other exercises off of it. And good work. Lovely. I've got that one weight. Here it's going to go over my head with either a bent leg drop or a straight leg drop. So both legs are up straight. As it goes over my head, my rib cage stays down and in, my spine stays on the floor. I get that single leg drop and then coming up. And then it goes over again, down to the floor and coming back up. Now if you want to do a little half leg, that's fine. If you don't want to open it at the knee, you can have it tabletop if you feel that that exercise is hard enough for you to do. But where I'm feeling that tension is through my rib cage, down to my abs. Lovely, good. And then if I've got a long leg squeeze, just suggest squeezing your glute right at the end if you're getting that long leg drop all the way to the floor. Good work, and up. Just single leg drops, and good work, well done. And then I'm just going to rest my hip flexors, rest my arms, and I'm going to go again in just a few seconds. So my rib cage is down and in, my shoulders are on the floor. Really feel that you can isolate those joints, that hip joint and the two shoulder ones working together. Lovely, good. Long leg. Feels good, huh? After that, working those hip flexors so much, to get that leg out and long is nice. Or even if you've got the bent leg, you will appreciate that that is an open from your hip flexor. So those hip flexors just get a little bit longer. Good, give me that squeeze. Think about your spine where it is. It's nice and straight, it's on the floor the whole time. Nothing comes up. If you feel that you get a drag on your lower back, then go back to a half a leg. not a full one. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Back to my original leg. 4 more minutes of work and then we are done. Done a great job today. Out with those hands. Core pulled in. I'm ready to go. I drop my knees out to the side and out with that hip and then squeeze back in. So glute to get it out, inner thigh to get it back in, and my core helping me all the time. Lovely, good. Out and back in. Just dropping that leg down. Make sure you're getting that full range if you can without your back arching. So really think about that zip and hollow being on the whole time. Both shoulders being on the floor. I'm just looking up to the ceiling in front of me there. Up to the ceiling with my head. I'm even on both of my shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Good work. There. Get a little pull in if you want to. Before I go on my other leg. Last time we're doing this leg in this session. Hands out. Drop over to the side. You open. And then you close. Good. So again, getting that glute to work on the way out. Remember, you're on one hip and 2 shoulders. So again, try and keep the top half as relaxed as you can, but everything under the rib cage is really working for you. Your belly button's pulled in, your transabs are on, your lower back is feeling nice and secure there. It's not moving around at all. Okay, give me that squeeze, inner thigh. Last 3 minutes of work now. Done a good job today. Give me that squeeze in. Lovely, good. Work it right to the very end each time. I'm coming up with that leg, up towards my other leg. 3, 2, 1, and well done. Last 2 minutes of work. Half a leg drop or a full leg drop. Arms going over your head so your rib cage stays low, your zip and hollow stays on. It's all locked in now. Here we go. And last 2 minutes of work. So good. Again, drop and drop. Lovely. You've always got the option on this one, if you're feeling extra strong and you know you can do it and keep control of it, is that you give me a double leg drop. But if you do the double leg drop, like I'm doing this now, you have to really squeeze your glutes at the end to look after that lower back. If you feel that drag on your lower back at all, then just go back to single legs. Lovely, good. And back up. My spine stays absolutely still and well done. And I'm just going to park it there with that weight over my knees to do my last minute. So I'm going to start off with those single legs. Really feel that you get that open, that hip flexor. You can start with half a leg, which means you don't open up behind the knee. You get the little drop here. Again, you'll be working hard. Getting those arms over your head and just dropping that leg out whilst everything else stays absolutely stable. If you want to, obviously with the straight leg, you can go down, and again, it's up to you how far. You can drop it sort of slightly, but not all the way, and come up. It's what you can keep control of on that lower back. Now again, I'm going to go doubles just for that extra last few seconds of work, and I'm going to drop them down. Squeeze your glutes at the end. Really think about what your lower back is doing as those weights over the head and both legs have dropped. Good, you can feel that, you can hear that in my voice. 3, 2, 1. Oh, well done. Especially if you started and kept up with those doubles. Good work. We're coming off that timer now, and we're just going to do a stretch out. You can grab yourself a band, and I'm going to do my stretches out from here. So again, I'm just pulling in with that hamstring stretch. Again, my shoulders are now relaxed, my arms are relaxed, and then I'm going to put the band in the opposite hand to leg. Same arm to leg out, it drops out to the side, it got as far as it's going to go. My hip and my shoulder can come with it off the other side, and then I give a pull in, keeping that leg nice and straight to get that inner thigh, back of thigh stretch. Good work. Bend the knee, bring it in, up to the top. Take one foot out, put the other foot in. Hold it with these smaller bands, better with the longer bands. Good work. And there we go. into that hamstring stretch. This other leg, whatever is handy for you, what feels the best, you can have it down. So we've really got that hip flexor stretch going on again. And same arm to leg out. I drop it out to the side, it goes as low as it's going to go. And then I start to give it that pull in towards that hand. Lovely, feels nice to get that stretch. Brilliant, bring that in. Coming up, I'm just going to look at it, I come up on that, and then I'm going to do that glute stretch. Again, they worked really hard for us today, especially on those oyster ones as well. Coming up, I'm going to bring that arm over my outside of my thigh and bring the thigh across my body and then get nice and tall up and turn at the same time. Really feel you're getting that chest stretch out, glute stretch out, cross your obliques, you work them to get that double leg lift. And well done, coming down. I hope now you're feeling much stronger as well, so you really earned this stretching out. That glute stretch, lovely, good. I'm coming over to my front and I'm going to do that front of thigh stretch. Dropping it down. Really feel that you've got that weight right in the middle there, and I'm going to do tricep at the same time. But my rib cage is low, my abs are pulled in, I've dropped down and I've got that hip flexor stretch at the front. Lovely, good. I'm coming back onto both knees and then take that hurdle stretch forward and then dropping it down again. Just right into the middle there, dropping it down. When I'm there, getting that lift, getting that tricep stretch, good work, and just keep on dropping your weight in the middle. Don't lean back or lean forward, keep your shoulders over your hips, this hip here obviously, yep, and the knee behind, and we get that hip flexor stretch. Lovely, good. Coming back, I'm coming down just with my toes and I'm rocking back onto my heels, and I'm going to do that downward dog. You can put your feet out wider if you want to than your hips, and get that upper back stretch as well. Nice good stretch out, lifting, pushing your hips back, bend your knees, walk your hands back until I'm there, so a little bunny hop, and then I slowly unroll. Now keep your zip and hollow on because I've got that lower back, it's got that little roll on it each time. Lovely, good. I'm going to come out, I'm going to put my hands onto my lower back here, drop my shoulders down and squeeze those elbows together. So you're really getting that squeeze on those elbows. Just trying to bring them together for having your hands onto your lower part of your back, upper part of your glutes there. Lovely, good. I'm going to do that drop forward. Push your hips back first, drop it forward, and then come down over it. Just let your head hang, and then unroll and come up. Remember, you've still got straight legs, so really keep your zip and hollow on. I'm going to do that now with a long lever at the front. If you felt it was enough without that lever, do it again without the arms. Otherwise, I'm coming down. I'm getting that push there. So again, stretch between the shoulder blades, out over the back, lower back, down the backs of the legs. Now watch out as we come up, really keep that zip and hollow on, especially here where you've just got that long lever out. We're coming up, down into the front there. Big breath in and then down and out. Very good, lovely. So I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed teaching it to you. You see how much work you can do, and again that intensity and that power comes from doing those 8-minute circuits. So really, really well done today. Think that you, hopefully that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again next time. Okay, bye-bye for now.